Your challenges will be honored. Yeah. Sports are games too. I keep losing your challenge. Is it a connection thing? I lost all challenges here. What is going on? Now they're back. Alright, Spinal Tap. There you go. Wow. Okay, Spinal Tap. Just for you. Man, I got all kinds of weird stuff going on. I think it's a connection issue with Lichess. Spinal Tap with the... Yeah. With the 15-minute time control, guys. Alright, I haven't played Spinal Tap in a long time. So, I don't know what to expect. Knight f3, d5, and yeah, I'm not going to play c4 anymore. I'm at the point where I used to play c4, but after d4, it looks like game over for white. White's fighting for equality. I think white can probably, it's like the Smith-Morra, white can probably equalize after knight f3, d5, c4, d4. But it's not easy, you know, white has to be very accurate to equalize there. Spinal Tap 1500, nice rating, man. He's 2600 in bullet. Wow. You're 2684 in everything? No, 2654. My phone is getting an SMS. Tonight is poker night, but my friend's game is just horrible lately. There are not enough fish. It's like a lot of pot limit Omaha that I don't really like to play, and just not that profitable. So I'm thinking of going to just a normal Hungarian, well, the only Hungarian poker club in Budapest instead. Kind of bailing on my friend's home game because the home game just kind of dried up. It's just... Alright, b3. b3. And here's Spinal Tap. No consulting chess databases, right? Okay, knight takes pawn. Chess is in the Olympics. Now we're going to get an argument in the stream about how chess isn't a sport. There are other even more strange things in the Olympics, right? Curling. Is that a sport, really? Okay, e6. I mean, this just... Position I've played quite a bit. Not over the board. I haven't had the chance. But knight takes b3. You see, the reason why I play this rather than take with the pawn... don't be sorry, Chess Master 10,201. It's perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable debate to start. As long as people aren't fighting with each other. Knight takes b3, e6. Yesterday they were fighting in the stream, or was it 2 days ago? Somebody was fighting in the stream. Oh yeah, Marcin. Guys, don't pick on Marcin because he's not, you know, the highest rated player, but somebody was bashing on him. Then he got very sensitive and started to freak out. Knight takes b3, e6, e4. So, Spinal Tap, I don't know if he's listening to the stream. You know, I don't care what people classify things as. You know, it's like political correctness. It doesn't really matter to me. I was at a poker tournament at EPT Copenhagen like a couple years ago. And honestly, there was this guy, this little guy, a young guy from Norway, I guess, who is a pretty good player. I'm not sure how good he is, but he's good enough to play in the EPT and whatever. And we were playing in a cash game, and I don't know, the conversation between me and the Swedish guy was something like, "Oh, you're a chess player. Oh, that's cool. Blah 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 blah." And then this dude started to like bash on chess, saying like, "Oh, chess is so, oh, chess is for like nerds, and it's like, it's not a sport. It's not a, it's not a real game like poker." I'm like, dude, you realize you're playing a card game, right? You think you're a tough guy, but you're playing a card game at a table. I mean, or what? It's not like you're like a American football player or a boxer or something. I mean, you're playing a card game. That's really like a tough thing to do. Or it's like people have such weird ideas. And a lot of poker players and chess players really have a lot of respect for each other. I mean, I know like a lot of strong players. But, you're on Twitch. It's a gaming site, Video games are becoming sports, in case you didn't notice. Now, video games can be sports. I don't really see why chess can't be a sport. So you went with the quick A5, A4 spinal tap. Interesting. So should I play knight C5 or just go back to D2? If I go knight C5, I don't think you're going to take with the bishop. You're going to try to trade it off. But if I go to D2, it looks kind of passive. I'm going to play knight C5. Trade it off if I have to. If you're going to sit for 7 hours at a time, you better be in good condition. Because, I think like hemorrhoids are the least of your worries. You're going to have like heart condition, no energy. I mean, chess players, just like modern like professional video game players, they really better be doing like some physical conditioning on the side. So knight on b to d7, and yeah, I was more concerned about knight a6, knight b4. And now the thing is, if I let you take on c5, Spinal Tap Chess has watched my stream enough that this line is probably not really a surprise for him. He may have been like, he might have been sort of like unofficially prepared, but I don't think he went and like studied the line just for this game. But it seems like nobody's played exactly the way he's played. Most people have played like more routine type of moves. It seems like Spinal Tap is trying to directly confront my plan straight away. Sacking a piece here with knight takes e6 is nothing. I guess I could get 3 pawns for it. Knight takes e6, pawn takes e6, queen takes c6. And he's hanging on e6 and b5. He has in-between checks on b4 I have to watch out for. He would have like rook a6 in that line at the end. I don't know. Is it worth sacking a piece here, really? Is that even remotely sound for me? Take, take, take. Queen b6. Can you trap my queen? Probably not. Knight takes e6. Pawn I don't like sacrificing pieces unless I'm sure about it. Take, take. It would weaken his king side. Take, take what? Rook b8? Maybe that's an option for black. Knight takes e6. Queen takes c6, and then rook b8. Defending a rook like that. Bishop takes b5. Well, let's try it. I'm down a pawn to start with. So this is probably a little crazy. But I thought we'd try something interesting. All the gods say I can't grasp the age gate for chess. The age gate. The chess age is universal. You can be 5 years old or you can be 90 years old. What is the age gate? You can be 3 years old or you can be 100 years old. Chess rocks, man. It's just good for your brain. Lennox Lewis likes chess. I guess he might have been an influence for the beginning of chess boxing. It does seem like Lee Chess is acting up, guys. It's been real weird. There was definitely a disconnection. I'm getting reconnecting all the time. I'm getting my matches like appearing and disappearing and appearing and disappearing. Maybe denial of service attack. So rook b8 finally. After much thought, rook b8. So this gives him the option of bishop, I guess, rook b6. I keep saying the wrong pieces. So I feel like I'm playing some kind of like what is that? Gambit against the I'm just going to take as many pawns as I can. Bishop takes b5, rook b6, unfortunately. Maybe I should take on e6. Then he has queen e7. This looks like it was too optimistic. But I think there's got to be a way I should be able to continue with some kind of practical chances. Bishop takes b5, rook b6. And then the problem is I can't protect my bishop and my... I could play queen c4 there, I guess. Yeah, I think this is crazy. Alright, maybe bishop g5. Not going to take a pawn, I'm just going to develop. And hope that Spinal Tap makes a mistake. Lee Chess is... I have a favorite GM. That's a good question. Well, I don't really think of them as favorite GMs. I would think of it just as favorite player. It doesn't necessarily have to be a GM. But I think it's too difficult. There's too many great players to pick one over another. Too many different players I like for different reasons. I have a pawn for the piece. I'm going to go Steinitz here. Full on Steinitz style. We're just going to sacrifice the house. Spinal Tap is a little discoordinated, but I don't think that, you know, it's anything he can't handle. We might be able to swindle him somehow, though, in the confusion.